Jeff's father, later in life, he lost one of his legs. And it was amputated, and so he had a nice prosthesis and everything, but he was a big man, and he was almost, at one point, almost 300 pounds. I mean, he's a big man, he's big man. And so in the mornings, my mother-in-law wanted him to get exercise, and she'd say, "Russ, put your leg on, we're going for a ride." And I always thought that was funny, put your leg on. And it always had the same sock and shoe on it. So, I mean, it does eliminate time. Click. I mean, he was ready to roll every time. But, so she calls us, we're on the road, and we're in the middle of nowhere, and she said, "Dad is really sick. We don't know what's wrong, we're in the hospital." And Jeff said, "Mom, I don't know if we can get to the airport and get there in time." He said, "Is this serious? Mom, is this serious?" She goes, "Well," X with him, "I don't know." She said, "Let me ask him. Russ, do you think you'll die tonight?" Because if you do, Jeff's got to get to an airport. Y'all, I cannot make that up. And then he said, with the oxygen in it, he says, "I'm uncomfortable, but I don't think I'm going to die." He says he's not going to die. Just do what you can to get here, blah, blah, blah. He did pass early the next morning. So here's my father-in-law's past. We get there to Arkansas. Y'all, they left South Florida and they moved to Podunk, Arkansas. It's a place that God does not even know the phone numbers. It's out in the middle of nowhere. And so we get there and we got the two little ones in tow, and we're just, we were exhausted. And we got there that night, we put the kids down, and my mother-in-law's in the living room, and we're there, and Jeff said, "Well, how are we going to do the service?" Because, see, Jeff is an ordained minister as well. And so she goes, "Well, you could do the service." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, now what about the layout?" "The what?" I said, "The layout, you lay them out. You dress them up and lay them out, and you leave half the casket open." I always, as a kid, thought they chopped them in two. I never could understand why they only put half a body in the casket. Why not just show the whole thing? It creeps out a kid. Let's just all remember that, okay? So, anyway, she said, "We're not doing that. We've cremated." I went, "Oh, no, Jeff." "Oh," and he said, "What is wrong with you?" I said, "He's gone. He's cremated. I think that's a sin." He said, "Who told you that?" I said, "I'm almost sure of it." Oh, the trumpet sounds and everybody's coming up out of the graveyard, but where's he going to be? By the time they find all of his pieces, he could go to heaven without an eye. I was so ignorant, and I just really did feel like it was a sin. Now, again, I was young. So Jeff's just like, and then I was upset, and I looked over. She goes, "We're having a memorial service, yada, yada, yada." And then I look over, and there is this big old fat leg. With a sock and shoe on it. And it just made me go, oh, dead body, dead body. And Jeff said, "What is wrong?" I said, "It's the leg. Honey, it's the leg." And she heard us, and she goes, "Well, what am I going to do with that leg?" And Jeff said, "You can make a lamp." And she goes, "One of those tap lamps." And so anyway, we had the memorial service. The next day we planned, and then we did the memorial service. Now, after a service like that, have you just cried so much you can't cry anymore? These people showered us with love. We stood there, and we rejoiced, but we were grieving deeply because it was sudden, and we were grieving deeply. And taking care of two little ones, and it was just really difficult. And we got in the car, and we were coming back to the house, and we were going up over the gravel road, and I was in the front with Jeff, and she was in the back seat with the kids. And it was pretty quiet because we were just exhausted. And I looked up over the rise there, and I saw leaning against the mailbox a big fat leg. Oh, tell me no. And as we got closer, I said, what is that? And she is in the back seat going, Y'all, I'm not making this up. And it had a sticky note on it. It said, take this. And so I said, take what? Why? She goes, it's Arkansas. You can put a recliner out there or a dishwasher and they'll take it. And I'm telling you, somebody's going to take that leg. Y'all, it was gone the next day. We were so freaked out by that. What? Somebody's riding with a big old fat leg hanging out their window. Look what I got, Margaret.